Alright guys, we are back with another Destiny 2 Edge of Fate video. Only this time we are going to be looking at Scarrow's video. Scarrow is an absolutely fantastic content creator, and I'm very excited to see this video from him because he is going to be going through and breaking down all the exotics that they were able to actually see and get their hands on in the preview that they went to at Bungie. So I'm not going to waste any more of your time. I'm just going to go straight into this. We're going to full screen this right here. I haven't seen any of the exotics yet. I haven't seen what they do or what any of it means. So yeah, let's just get started. I assume this Titan arm here is an exotic. I don't recognize that on a Titan in the game right now. So let's have a look.
As with all of these videos, I just want to start off by saying thank you to Bungie for the opportunity to get flown out to play a bunch of the Edge of Fate.
Yeah.
I do want to point out that this is all in pre-launch state, so some stuff is subject to change.
Oh yeah.
Including one of the exotics in this video that I
I
think
love
is
that.
way
Whoa.
overtuned and will likely be nerfed
That's
before
cool.
launch. But we're gonna go ahead and talk about what we.
Let me play that again. Hold on. Go back a
including
second.
one of the exotics in this video that I think is
It brings
way
your hammer back to
overtuned
you.
and will likely be nerfed.
You're
before
literally
launch,
Thor.
But we're gonna go ahead and talk about what we played with anyway.
That's sick.
If you enjoy this and you're excited for Edge of Fate, make sure to subscribe. I want to start off by jumping right into the armor exotics because they're all three pretty freaking good.
Let's have a look.
The Titan exotic is unbelievable. So this is going to be the Melas Panoplia.
That looks absolutely insane. Melas Panoplia. That's going to be a mouthful to say.
And this is the Thor.
We need friends and we need to make them first. Regardless, never keep your weapon out of close reach. Director David Moffat.
Thor's hammer exotic that we have all been begging for a couple of years now.
That is
so
some
it has
beefy
the
arms
Forge
right
Master.
there.
Collecting a fire sprite or a rapid solar final blows makes you a Forge
Master,
Master, allowing you to recall your throwing hammer. After impacting a target, recall your hammer at full intensity to perform a perfect recall, causing an explosion of Forge slag. Perfect recalls and collecting fire sprites extend your time as Forge Master.
That's cool.
And just like, look at the gameplay, man. You can throw your hammer and you call it back. And it's amazing. It's pretty.
I just want to say real quick, I'm so excited for the firing range. I'm so glad that we're having that back. And I love the fact that you can actually jump over the gates there and actually jump onto the area because we didn't see that in the preview that Bungie showed.
Pretty easy to activate the
okay, so he's Forge Master. He's a Forge Master now.
Help you generate.
Okay, so he's got Roaring Flames on the left. He's got Cure and he's got Radiant.
Fire sprites. There's plenty of Titan builds that generate fire sprites.
Check that out,
solar
bro.
Weapons are pretty good.
That's so
game,
cool. Just look at the hammer. Just have a look at this. So he throws the hammer.
Fire sprites.
Watch this.
Solar weapons are pretty.
So he throws the hammer here. There goes the hammer right there. Hits it. The hammer launches up into the air like this because of the actual force of it hitting the enemy. And then it just gets recalled straight back to him. That's so cool. And I'm not a Titan main. I'm a Warlock main.
Here. But once you get Forge Master, you have it. And once you start...
Can it go through enemies?
I believe you have 12
Can you hit multiple enemies with it if it like comes back to you?
Throw it, recall. And it just feels incredible to use. You can just like lob your hammer across the world, hit things, call it back, and it will hit enemies on the way back.
Oh, it does.
Or damaging
oh, it does. Oh my god.
Notice, like sometimes I'll throw it and it'll jump up in the air and kind of like ring. It'll glow and make like an interesting noise. That's the perfect recall. So if you recall it at that point, that's when it does the extra fire slag attack and extends your Forge Master timer buff. This thing is just like freaking awesome. It was a ton of fun to play with.
There we
honestly, I'm going to be playing on Titan a lot more just because it's so much fun.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited for this. Next, we could talk about the Hunter chestplate, the Morai. This has the web catcher perk. Threaded spikes can bounce to tangles, detonating them and returning immediately. Tangles detonated by threaded spike are rewoven and retrieved by it. Catches without a tangle refund extra melee energy. Essentially, what this means is your tangles that you make are now extra targets for your threaded spike.
Look at that stasis sidearm.
Destroy them, and when the threaded spike comes back to you, you will then be holding a tangle as well, which you can throw or you can grapple to or whatever. But it's essentially just a way to have like insane chaos with a bunch of strand explosion abilities and stuff. It's pretty fun. I also heard that this works with Maelstrom, where if you hit the tangle with your threaded spike, it will make it a Maelstrom, so like the Beyblade spinny top, and then the one that you catch and then throw will also become a Maelstrom. I did not get footage of this because honestly, I did not think about it, and it wasn't until after when we were all chatting that Mactix was like, oh yeah, I was doing this. But that's awesome, and definitely going to be a very fun strand exotic for Hunter. Now we're going to move on to the Warlock exotic.
Yay, here we
These are
go.
the
Oh my god, look at them. There's like an exhaust pipe on the side.
Inoya? I think that's
Oh my god, he's got that helmet. Oh my god, he's got the helmet. This is the Trials of the Nine, Season 2, Season 3, Trials of the Nine Flawless Ornament that I begged Max to play back in the day, and he said no, because he was busy. I missed out on this ornament, and I even have the screenshots of when I even spoke to him about this, saying this is my last opportunity to even get this helmet. You had to go flawless in Trials of the Nine. And there it is, right in front of me. This is the reason why I actually don't wear the Trials of the Nine armor, because I don't have the complete set. I wish Bungie brought that back. It's taunting me right there. That is, oh my god. That is my helmet, right there.
That's how you're supposed to say it. I'm not really sure. These buff your Hellions with the perk Consul's Pitch. Hellion projectiles deal increased damage the further they travel, eventually fracturing into Scorching Shrapnel. These felt
Scorching
really,
Shrapnel.
really good to use. I'm a big Hellion fan, as you guys
Let's
know
have a look.
if you watch any of my streams. Hellions
Where's the
also
shrapnel?
are pretty underrated because of their Scorch and Ignition damage that they can do. And I wouldn't be very surprised if these have a lot of utility in higher end content if you already have like a well Warlock on your team and you need the other Warlocks to find a way to get damage.
There they go.
Ignitions
That's
and
pretty
Scorch
cool.
damage and that sort of thing are a great way to do that.
That's really cool.
For example, just check out the Spire of the Watcher speedrun that we all had to do for the Movie of the Week emblem a couple weeks ago. So I think these are going to be very fun. They were really good just to run around with. I'm a big Hellion fan, and I can't wait to see what people do with
I
them.
have a turret build,
Now,
so that's
there
going to be
are
really good for my
also
turret
two
build.
weapon exotics. Technically, there's 3, but we all already know about the New Land Beyond, so I'm not going to spend too much time discussing that.
Yeah.
But there are 2 additional exotics that come in this expansion that are not the raid exotic. So the first one is going to be the 3rd iteration. This thing...
That looks like one of the healing auto rifles. It looks like a legendary weapon. That doesn't exactly give me exotic vibes there. The 3rd iteration. This is a scout?
Was just completely broken when
Oh, this is broken? Okay, I mean, let's just listen to what he has to say.
we played with it. I'm quite certain Bungie's going to nerf it before launch, but it is essentially the Predator scout
Invisibility
rifle,
and
from
true
the
sight.
Predator movies. So it has an intrinsic trait, triplanar mass driver, fires a spread of void energy projectiles, aiming down the sight narrows the spread. So essentially it's like a kind of a shotgun scout rifle at base. But then you also have the next perk called Amalgamation Rounds. Aiming down sights for a short period of time without firing compresses the spread into a single high density projectile. Damaging the target with the shot marks them. In addition to that, once a target is marked, this weapon does additional damage to it, and defeating a marked target or landing a precision final blow with an amalgamation round grants invisibility and true sight.
Use
so
it.
Essentially, if you're just like firing it from the hip or firing it right after ADSing, it's more like a shotgun. If
this is what that gun
rifle, and when you kill things with the sniper rifle, you go invisible and can see enemies through walls. It's like pretty broken. That sniper rifle shot is very powerful. Like super powerful. I'm pretty sure they are going to nerf it. Because it was just like mowing through the legendary campaign, but it was a ton of fun to use, and I cannot wait to see this thing.
Yeah, it looks good,
and that's coming from a guy who like hates scout rifles. I am not a fan of scout rifles.
Same.
This thing felt amazing.
I do not like scouts either.
Then we have one other exotic that we can talk about. That's going to be the Graviton Spike hand cannon.
This is what I'm excited
really
for.
Interesting because it has 2 firing modes: a 150 RPM arc fire mode,
fast
and then
firing
a
arc,
stasis mode that
slow
fires
firing
slowly.
stasis.
I think it's probably around the 120 RPM range. What's really interesting is you can swap between these 2 modes at will. And then when you get final blows with a single mode, the other one is buffed. So if I get a bunch of kills with the stasis mode, then when I switch over to the arc mode and get a kill, it'll do like
looks
a bolt
so
charge
fucking
thing where
good.
everything will be hit by lightning. And then if you get a bunch of kills with the arc version and switch over to the stasis, then the stasis version will make like headstone explosions that also like hold snap grenade and freeze other things. It's pretty powerful. It's not really my favorite exotic. I probably won't use it too much, but I can see it fitting into a lot of builds. Either, you know,
I have a stasis build, which uses arc, so this will be really good for me. And the stasis build is all about crystals and getting, what's it? Oh my god, I can't bloody think. Fucking frost shield. There we go. The frost over shield.
utilize arc or stasis in a really interesting
There's
way.
an artifact mod which
And
actually
I
helps
think
with this
it
as
might be
well.
alright in Crucible too, just based off of
Actually,
all the perks,
like the new
but
artifact
I
mods that
didn't
we're
get to use
getting.
it in Crucible, so I'm not really sure. It's also worth noting that this is a craftable exotic, so there's a couple of perks you can get in that second exotic perk slot. You can get Rapid Hit, you can get Subsistence, you can get a new perk called Transcendent Zen Refit. Final blows grant bonus stats based on the weapon's damage type alignment. Light elements grant stability and handling. Dark elements grant range and aim assist. While Transcendent, this weapon gets both bonuses, so that's pretty cool. And then you have the other one, which we got to play with, which is called Temporal Alignment Refit. Overcharging both Arc and Stasis modes grants a period of increased damage. So lots of different ways you can use this thing. Like I said, not my personal favorite, but I'm interested to see what people do with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, an insane suite of exotics coming with this expansion that I'm very excited for. I really just want to go turn it into Thor and...
Yeah, literally, I was going to say, like, that's on my mind as well, and I'm not even a Titan main.
More times. So let me know your favorite exotic down below. If you want to see my other videos on the Edge of Fate, including ones going over the insane changes to the armor and weapons system.
Alright, so it looks like we're coming up to the end of the video there. I'll be honest with you, there's one picture which comes to mind, which is a fan picture. And I'm going to try and find it here because I think I have a picture of it. It's actually so insane. This is what comes to my mind. This comes to my mind now. You Titans are going to be so badass with this exotic. It actually looks sick. But yeah, guys, I am going to throw it back to you. What is your favorite exotic that you saw in this video? What do you think of the Titan arms, of the Warlock arms, of the Hunter chest piece? What do you think you're going to be using the most? And also, what do you think of that scout rifle as well? I think that's going to be really, really interesting. I'm not even really a scout rifle fan, so I want to see how good that actually is. I mean, Scaro's saying it's really strong, and he's actually going as far as to say that it could even get a nerf as well. So if this scout rifle on that alt fire mode with the void fire mode is actually that strong, you might even see people use it in the raid, depending on how quickly you can actually get your hands on the exotic. But yeah, guys, I really appreciate you watching this video. I'm going to leave a link to Scaro's video in the pinned comment section if you want to go and check it out. Yeah, I'm really happy. Like, everything that I've seen so far for the Edge of Fate is just spiking my hype. But yeah, guys, like I said, I'm going to throw it back to you. Tell me your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one, guys. Thank you so much for your time. Take care, guys.